Hello. Today I was thinking that I could talk to you about one of my favorite instruments of the studio. And with a lot of the instruments that I like to use, I like to use them for the reason that they're usually kind of underdog instruments that everyone hates and think are horrible. That has obviously changed over the years as a lot of people have discovered and started to really get into instruments like the mellotron and octagon and orchestrons and whatnot. But another instrument that has really grown in stature, but was one of the first ones that I really got into, was the Stylophone. And the Stylophone is a really cool instrument because, as you might guess, depending on your French, you play it with a pen like this. But both of these have no batteries, so I thought, and you've probably heard them, these were used by like Kraftwerk and David Bowie. It's like on Space Oddity and on the solo of, is it Pocket Calculator? Well, anyways, I wanted to show you the big brother, or the big daddy of stylophones, and it's the 350S. And why I think I like stylophones is that they have a really whiny, thin tone, and you can only play one note at a time, which suits me just fine. But then I realized that when you started messing with the sound, and it was really thin and reedy and horrible, and you put it through a filter, like use the Minimoog filter, and then put it through a tape echo and a bit of spring reverb, it sounded great, and it became this really good and strong sound with a lot of character. So, enough of the talking. The Stylophone 350S works the same way. You play it with a pen. So if I just slide it like this. Oh yeah, and but the cool thing about this is this was supposed to be like the professional version instead of these small ones. This was supposed to be like the touring one. So it's equipped with fake wood, of course. It's made out of plastic, and it's got one really great thing actually is that it's got a 1/4 inch out, which I really, that I'm really thankful for, because you usually use 1/4 inch instead of these mini 1/8 horrible things. There's like 2 different settings of sounds if you want to, or like 3. You got your woodwinds up here, so you got starts out in an organ kind of way. The 8, and that just doubles it. 4, so it's like octaves. Didn't you just hear the woodwind character in that? Wasn't that great? And then if you take these switches and go the other way, you've got your brass section. Yes, and that is pretty much, if I go to the higher octaves, which is named strings, and when I play it, I guess you can hear why. Yes, a lot of string character in that. That resembles pretty much how these xylophones sound. Then you've got the, if we do the best thing is that, of course, you can do a blend of these. So if we'll do a bit of the woodwind bass, and play it with my other hand. And then you've got the vibrato, the fast one. And you've got the slow. For those ballads, if you're in that mood, probably somewhere in around the middle of the second set. Then we've got like the decay thing, which is terribly cool because it goes. We need more bass. And all of a sudden, the whole discotheque goes wild when they hear the magic of the Stylophone. Well, maybe. We've used it live a lot. Then we've also got something that's even more unnecessary, and that is the photo sensor. I don't know if I can actually show you, but what it means is that you can change the volume by how much sound or light is coming into the photo sensor, which makes it a sort of optical therming kind of a thing. And you can control the filter, vibrato, and volume. So that's really good actually, and I've used it to give it a bit more dynamic. More dynamic sound, I guess I should be saying. I think you get it anyway. And then you've also got the restoration, is it called that? Which means that it's got a, you can do it like this. Then you change to the other pen, like that. Yes. I don't know if you actually could see any of that, but this is pretty much it. And the Stylophone 350S, they're probably becoming very, very expensive on eBays and stuff like that, but they're actually really cool. I've used it for bass lines and solo stuff, and I really like it. There's something about, because of that horrible thin reedy sound, it really cuts through my lush polyphonic DX7 productions, sort of ish. Alright, anyways, so there you go. A family of Stylophones, the 350S and then the other two. I should have changed batteries, of course, so you could hear the other two, but you can go and watch someone else's wonderful video where they play Bohemian Rhapsody on it or something. Okay, thank you.